Hey everyone, welcome back to another fascinating journey through history. Today, I want to share with you the incredible story of Queen Esther, and how her courage and faith saved her people from a terrible fate. This tale is not just a historical account, but a timeless lesson in bravery, faith, and identity. So let's dive right in. Prepare to be inspired by the remarkable journey of a young woman who rose to the occasion when her people needed her the most. Esther was a young Jewish woman living in Persia, raised by her cousin Mordecai. She was an ordinary girl with an extraordinary destiny. Now, King Xerxes of Persia was looking for a new queen, and through a series of events, Esther was chosen to become queen. Imagine the surprise and awe she must have felt, transitioning from a simple life to the grandeur of the royal palace. But here's the twist. She kept her Jewish identity a secret. This secret would later become a pivotal part of her story. Enter Haman, the villain of our story. His presence casts a dark shadow over the kingdom. Haman was a high-ranking official in King Xerxes' court, and he absolutely hated Mordecai because Mordecai refused to bow down to him. This personal vendetta would soon escalate into a national crisis. Driven by his anger, Haman convinced King Xerxes to issue a decree to destroy all the Jews in the kingdom. This decree sent shockwaves through the Jewish community, filling them with fear and uncertainty. Things were looking really grim for Esther and her people. The weight of the impending doom was almost unbearable. When Mordecai learned about Haman's evil plot, he urged Esther to go to the king and plead for their lives. This was no small request, it was a call to courage. But here's the challenge. Approaching the king without being summoned could mean death. The stakes were incredibly high. Nonetheless, Esther chose to risk her life, saying the famous words, "If I perish, I perish." Her resolve was unshakable. In a bold move, Esther invited King Xerxes and Haman to a banquet. This was a strategic and courageous step. At the banquet, Esther revealed her Jewish identity and exposed Haman's wicked plan. The room must have been filled with gasps and shock. The king was furious and ordered Haman to be hanged on the very gallows he had prepared for Mordecai. Justice was swift and poetic, but the story doesn't end there. The decree to destroy the Jews was still in place. Esther and Mordecai worked together to issue a new decree allowing the Jews to defend themselves. This was a crucial turning point. When the day of the attack came, the Jews triumphed over their enemies, and what was meant for their destruction turned into a day of victory and celebration. The tables had turned dramatically. So, what can we learn from Esther's story? There are several profound lessons embedded in this narrative. First, it teaches us about courage. True courage is not the absence of fear, but the determination to act in spite of it. Esther showed incredible bravery by standing up for her people even when it meant risking her own life. Her actions were a testament to her inner strength. Second, it reminds us of the importance of faith. Faith can be a guiding light in the darkest of times. Esther trusted in God's plan, even when the odds seemed impossible. Her faith was unwavering, and it gave her the strength to move forward. And finally, it highlights the power of identity and purpose. Knowing who you are and what you stand for can be incredibly empowering. Esther embraced her true identity and used her position for the greater good. She understood that her role as queen was not just a privilege, but a responsibility. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you found this story as inspiring as I do. Esther's story is a powerful reminder that one person's courage and faith can change the course of history. Remember, like Esther, we all have the power to make a difference. No matter how daunting the challenge, our actions can have a profound impact. Stay blessed, and see you next time. Keep believing in your purpose and the difference you can make.